Okay, sure. Okay, so as we have discussed yesterday about the AEP and then the its futures, so today we are going to discuss about the use cases. Okay, use cases in the sense in which way we can able to benefit our business in order to use that AEP. See, there are some use case scenarios where we can able to apply. Okay, so this is just like what we call, as I mentioned, like an intent based, or like any of the scenarios that we are doing. Okay, so
Okay.
these scenarios that what we can able to do is that, okay, so when a customer comes into the site, okay, and so enters into your platform, and then the kind of the business scenarios. So right now I am only addressing the issue of the business, what they are thinking in their mind. Okay, next for this scenario, there will be some kind of an outcome from these things, that some technical evaluation will be done, and after the technical evaluation, AEP as a product, how it will be doing that. So likewise I will be executing each and everything, so that you will be understanding each and every detailed structured way. Okay, it is in a structured way. So right now don't focus on the AEP or else the product, or I am a technical head, I want to learn. Okay, right now think as a business. Okay.
Okay.
Next, I will come as a customer. Think as a customer. Next, after that, I will be explaining you in between that, okay, how your role will be playing, and then how you have to make it solvable for these scenarios. Okay, there might be lot of scenarios, but I am taking around uh, 3 or 4 scenarios that I will be explaining you each and every detail and how it will be executed. Okay, so
Okay.
you might be aware of this in your real world, but you don't know how it will be applied, what is the backend thing that needs to be applied. Either maybe that. Okay, I have taken only the simple scenarios. These are all the simple scenarios. Okay, so
Okay.
number one is the new customer welcome. So whenever you will focus on the platform or else any enter, so a welcome email will be triggered. So in that kind of an email that will be triggered by an automated rules, or else the post segment. So where the platform identifies you as a customer and then triggers it to your event called email. Okay, you event called email. So
Okay.
in the email it will be sent to that. And so likewise at the data, so this strategy, so think it as a strategy. Okay, so next I will be coming, how to solve this strategy. Okay, think as a customer. Okay, so in the
Okay.
customer point of view, what things you need to take care. So in the in the technical point of view, which product will fit. Okay, and what are the considerations. Okay, so it will be near future that will be discussed along with that. Okay, so whenever a
Okay.
customer, so think like, okay, a customer has signed this platform and then I need to send and welcome. Okay, previously how it is there, so when way back when the CDP and then the this triggers are not there. So there will be like what we call, it will be automated, it will be manually sent. Okay, after 24 hours a person will check, and then a resource will be sitting on the email campaign, and then he will be sending each and every person, thank you, welcome, we will blah 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 blah, these are our futures of the platform. That is a tedious task. Right now we are not doing anything, we are just sending an automation mail. Okay, so likewise it solves the problem, it solves the problem of the time consumption and then the resources. Okay, and then get it efficient. Okay, so within a minute. Okay, the customer perspective. Okay, now coming to the customer point of view. So whenever you sign the platform, okay, I think as a customer that, okay, so in your point of view, okay, I have signed this Gmail but I haven't got the login ID and password. Okay, at least something. Okay, If it got, for example, say you have signed in today, and then if it got tomorrow, so what is the use? You have signed into Amazon today, and then tomorrow you will get the user ID and password, and then you can able to do that. Means it's no use, right? So likewise, think as a customer point of view, what kind of the attributes that can be attributed. Okay, number one is that considerations that you need to take it, like consideration in terms of the customer point of view is, so if you are thinking of a customer, okay, you have an e-commerce site, and then think as a customer that, okay, so I should not take the PIA information, that is personal information, okay, without the consent. Okay, without the
Okay.
consent. Okay, sometimes you will see like the consent mechanism that will be acting upon accept all cookies or decline all cookies, what kind of cookies that we need to track. So that comes into the lot of regulations called GDPR. You can research on the Google, okay, about the GDPR consent mechanism. Okay, so
Okay.
so whenever you are entering into any e-commerce or else any EU site, okay, there will be accept or decline cookies. Okay, if you accept, what kind of the cookies, either it may be the transactional cookies, either it may be the this thing, but there is there the privacy policy will be well maintained, and then they will say that, okay, no PIA details should be taken without your consent, that is your other details like sex and your bank account details or anything else, okay, other than your name, email ID and phone number, your email ID, phone number, and then address is also considered as an PIA. Okay, so and then your geographical location is also considered as an PIA. Your passport photo is considered as an PIA. So likewise, there are a lot of variations. Okay, according to that, these kind of the legal considerations are also taken, and like think as a customer, so they don't want to share all this information to you. Okay, you as a business is an entity for the customer, so you need to understand the type, and then we need to write an welcome email. Okay, we need to frame or trigger an welcome email. These are the considerations. Okay, now coming into the technical product fitment. Okay, how it will be doing. Okay, number one is whenever the customer enters the enter the platform, okay, a widget is created in the platform, and then this widget, okay, when it is performing the action, okay, for example, say I'll take a example. Okay, for example, say you are going into any site. Okay, you are going into
Okay.
this site. Okay, uh, or any site. Okay, and then a visit is made. Okay, this is the visit is made. Okay, just a visit is made. Now if you hit on the contact and then enter the details, that means that you are doing some kind of actions. Okay, that means that you are doing some kind of the user action like downloading, clicking, then you will be considered as a visitor. Understood the analytics concept?
Yes.
Okay, so likewise, this kind of the products, okay, you need to frame or set the trigger. So where it has to, what kind of the set IDs that you need to do, what kind of the considerations. Okay, so this scenario is complete. Okay, like welcome email will be triggered within this time, within this interval, and then these are the considerations that we need to do, and then from the customer point of view, these are to be captured, these are not to be captured. So from the captured information, this AEP will stand out, and then you need to map the injection data. So and then you need to do that. Now you understood the
Yes,
scenario one.
exactly.
Okay, likewise the business scenario number two, like post purchase follow. Okay, so once after the purchasing is completed, okay, a bill will be sent to you. Okay, how it will be sent? Okay, it will be a post purchase follow up or something likewise after sales service, right? So whenever you are getting that kind of the email, like the customer point of view is like the technical business point of view is like, okay, it has to be triggered automatically whenever the customer pays some XYZ value. Okay, and it contains all the helps and instructions. A set trigger will be sent, and then in the same way with the email function, okay, with the email we are going to map it to the injection, and then from the injection, so we will be setting the trigger. Okay, trigger rules. And then from the trigger rule, so whenever you as a customer is identified, it no need to benchmark, then automatically an email will be sent, and then it will be trackable. Okay, whatever the action that you are doing, okay, from which source you need to know, from which source you got the offer. Okay, like that,
Okay.
like you may be coming from the customer, may be coming from the all the kinds of marketing channels, like any of the marketing, from the newspaper ad, or from hearing to someone and then typing it on Google. Okay, from typing it on Google and coming is the organic. Okay, you are understanding the organic and then the paid mechanism.
Yes.
Okay,
Paid
so
mechanism, you want to buy it from like a Google or somebody
yes,
provider.
Google ads, wherever you are clicking on it. So, and wherever you are doing the kind of the promotions. Okay, so
Okay.
there will be a campaign ID that will be. Okay, let me show you an example. Okay,
Sure.
so if I am typing in something, okay, I am typing in analytics provider. Okay, so this is the SEO thing. Okay, this grantner here you are seeing, right? So this is the paid mechanism. Okay, whatever you are seeing, okay, is the paid mechanism. Like it is something like here, if it is a paid, so it will be like I will be searching for the t-shirts. Okay, now you can see, right, there are a lot of sponsored ads. Whatever you are seeing is the paid mechanism, whether it may be the things that are going in, and then some kind of the campaigns that they will do. Okay, email campaigns. Okay, 10 percentage of campaigns. Likewise they will be strategizing that. Think it as a strategy right now. Okay, so
Okay.
what will happen in the sense the theory will be completed in another 25 to 30 minutes, and there will not be any theory furthermore. Yeah, so
Okay.
okay, so why? Because so this one I am making you completely aware of that. And so what we need, you need to understand in all the angles in order to go forward with the kind of the injection. You may be
Okay.
aware of that. If I go directly into the CGA, this one injection, this one mapping, you cannot understand the science behind it. So I want
Yeah,
to,
exactly. This will be really helpful because like tomorrow if I'm going for any discussion or any me interview, this approach will be really helpful for me. Thanks.
okay, no problem. Okay, so as I mentioned before, this kind of the products, okay, from the customer point of view, post purchase follow. Okay, in that, like a feedback or shopping mechanism, what is your shopping experience? Likewise, this business will be thinking of, okay, I need to send an email about a survey, how this product is feeling. After that, after 10 days, after 10 days of using the product, okay, I want to understand his customer perception. Okay, how that product is working, is it working well or not? It's a kind of a marketing. Okay, it's kind of a marketing, like a repeat purchases. And then you will be offered with 10 percentage of the repeat purchases. Like you are like for example, say you have taken the cartridge. After 10 30 days, okay, you will get a follow-up mail, okay, your cartridge is over. How they know that you know? Okay, they will see the data purchased. Okay, they will see the warranty. Okay, date of warranty, and then according to that they will be setting the triggers. Okay, and then doing the kind of this customer satisfaction mail from the customer point of view. Okay, if a email is triggered, and then how it will be doing that. Okay, so they want in line of structure, thank you for shopping with us. Okay, this thing I have purchased. Okay, they don't know that, okay, I have bought it from HP, or else I may be buying from some other vendor, I may be buying from vendor. Okay, so there are a lot of vendors in market, okay, of that thing. If you are trying to improvise your scalability, okay, if you want to improvise your scalability of the business as a business, okay, you need to regular follow up with the customer. Okay, that's what the business will do. Okay, that's what the, whenever the category is over, then automatically data it will see it is 10 days, last 10 days for your trial, last 2 days for your trial. Likewise they will be they will be understanding on each and every pain point, right? So in the same way, the technical requirement here, the customer attribute, email, date of purchase, date of attribution, and then the date of validity is taken, and according to that we will be setting the triggers. So likewise we will be doing, and then the considerations here is like the purchase follow up, like we should not be sending the repetitive mails, okay, we should
Okay.
give the time of delay. Likewise there are so many considerations, okay. Once you come into the product and then work with the business, then you will understand this, okay, by working with business or working with the technical product, okay, you will understand these scenarios well, okay, when you are really working on the product, okay, in terms of that. So likewise you can able to do this, okay. Scenario number 2,
Okay.
number 3 is browse abandonment, okay. Sometimes you will be browsing the history, okay, you are doing a kind of a search on the search box, and then you are clicking on the product and then keeping it at the cart without doing anything, nothing, okay, you are just adding it to the cart, and then after 5 or 6 days, okay, or next 24 hours, okay, you will see lot of sponsor ads, lot of things, okay, you are recommended, and then they will reduce the price by 1 rupee or 2 rupees, and then so your price is dropped. Why? They want the win rate, they want the win rate, they don't want to lose you. If you are adding in the things like customer is intended to buy, okay, thinking as a behavior, okay, if you have added, okay, so for some reason, so you are searching for the price matter, or they will be reducing the price as per the competitor. If you are searching for the competitor also, they know you, okay, not as a customer, as a digital entity, okay, they
Okay.
know you not as an customer, as an intent to buy digital entity. Okay. So there comes to the identities in AEP. Okay. Wherein
Okay.
we can able to see the identities in terms of what is the customer behavioral upon, how the behavioral is happening. So how the injection will happen, how the mapping will happen. It will be happening by that. It is 5 step process wherein you need to click on next, and then understand the behavior, and then understand the appointment, and then you can able to set the targeted customer persona. Okay.
Okay.
Next comes to the identity and services, wherein like in if you come to the platform you will be understanding, okay. So I will be explaining you the UI today only. So wherever
Okay.
it is coming, so you will be identifying, and then you are identified as a digital customer, okay, you are identified as a digital customer. So intent to buy. So likewise, your considerations are like what we call the technical considerations are not a repetitive email, and then we no need to send this thing, and then we no need to ask them repeatedly about the product, okay, because they can able to do it very well. So and then within they will have a time of decay, okay, and they will have time of decay, so you need to set that also, okay, for every time of decay. So for example, say if a product is 10 rupees, okay, they have reduced it to 9 rupees, okay, if you are even reducing, the customer point of view is this is a cheap product. Likewise, lot of considerations are to be taken in order to do this use cases, okay.
Okay.
Likewise this customer product categories or something, likewise you can able to do that. Like this is the browse like abandonment
Abandonment. Abandonment. Okay. Yeah.
abandonment, okay, sorry, morning only. Abandonment, so where you can able to do that. Okay, next
Okay.
scenario is the replenish reminders. Okay, sometimes in banking. Okay, so this is more focusing on the banking. Okay, replenish reminders in the sense like we need to track the customers. Okay, they will not give you. Okay, you will only have the customer ID. Okay, you will only have the what we call kind of and things. So whenever you are doing the transactions, or like what we call a repeated emails about the kind of an credit card. Okay, credit card billings. Okay, this replenish reminders are only the use case which will be vastly used in all kinds of the banking and financial products. Okay, 10 days to pay your bill, 5 days to pay your bill, then the interest will go up. Okay, so a person will sit and calculate and then tell you the interest? No, it is an automated email wherein, okay, it automatically calculates at this rate. Okay, your bill is this much, this thing. So this is the thing. Okay, that you need to pay after this due date. So likewise, it will be automated by means of a kind of an injections rule. Okay, there it comes to the identity service. Okay, identity service wherein you will be giving a kind of a things where what kind of the replenish reminders that we will be doing, and then this kind of things. Okay, coming to the customer point of view. Okay, if we are repeatedly sending that, okay, 10 days to go. Okay, they will be on the top of the mind to repay the bill, right? Today, whatever the product is, either it may be any of the product, but these are 99 percentage will be used. This replenish reminders will be used in all the banking and financial sales products. Okay, it is 90 percentage more in that. So this is very common. Okay, in banking. Okay, in other
Okay.
products like the e-commerce or retail or hospitality or securities and these things, so these are only used to vast of around 15 to 20 percentage, not really. So that's why in banking replenish reminders or something likewise. Okay, next is
Okay.
that loyalty rewards. Okay, sometimes you will see offers that will be flowing for the just like a credit card. Okay, if you have the offer from the airline, okay, you have a personalized offer. Likewise, you will be getting some kind of a emails or something likewise. You will be getting. So how this can be done in the sense, so they will be identify your spending activity. Okay, next comes to the behavioral persona. Okay, behavioral persona wherein we can able to understand what kind of the things that you are spending, what is your consumption rate. Okay, what is your need. Okay, are you spending out of the this thing, are you a high spending customer. Okay, what kind of the predictive behavior that you are spending, either you are spending on this category, airlines or else entertainment, so that I can able to provide a personalized offer for you by means of the predictive analytics future, by means of the offer that is already generated by your behavioral activity, and then the kind of the reminder that will be sent. Okay, by means of an automated rule, wherein we will be providing a kind of an loyalty points or something likewise. Okay, so these are the kinds of the things that we can able to do. Okay, there might be hundreds of scenarios, but okay, not all the scenarios can be explained in some time. So I'm taking just five or six in order to make you aware of what kind of a things that we can able to do it further. Okay,
Okay.
so
That one.
yeah, now coming into the technical discussion. Okay, theory is done. Okay, theory is
Okay.
done and no need of that. Okay, now, okay, we have learned about the AEP as a product. Now, okay, now I want to learn about the AEP, and then how the data will be flowing. Next, coming into the product. Okay,
Okay.
so
Pawan, sorry to interrupt actually. Is
yeah.
it possible? Can you send me that a text file also? Yesterday's slide and a text file like a notepad. You prepare the scenario, right? Is that possible? Share that.
Mm. I'll be sharing in PDF later on. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if you share something in the daily basis, in the what I will do is my daytime I will go through one more time. Then that will help for me to learn
Sure,
next
sure,
time.
no problem. I'll be sending it to you by afternoon, today afternoon for me.
Okay, take your time. Anyway,
Yes. Yes.
it's a night time for me. Only morning I will morning late morning only I will start look at it. But you can send me that daily basis. That I'm good
Okay.
with it.
Sure, sure,
Thank you.
sure. Okay. So, and I have this data. 1 minute. Uh, where I have kept that slide. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay,
I'll
no problem.
I'll
Take your time.
I'll be working on a lot of documents. So yeah, just give me 1 minute. Yeah. Sorry.
Sure, no issues.
Okay. Now you need to understand. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, before proceeding further, I want to tell about four things. Okay,
Okay,
so these four things are very useful. It has a backbone, what kind of a network that we are using. Okay, so these four
okay,
things. After that, so I will show you the platform and then explain you. Okay. Yeah,
okay.
how
That
the
works.
data is flowing. So if it is if so, and again, if I have to tell it over there, so you have to come back actually. So it is better that I can able to explain you right now. Okay.
Okay,
Whenever a customer is coming into the site, okay, for example, say any site, okay, either it may be any site. Now you can see the kind of a tax that will be flowing around. Okay, for example, say, sorry about that. Okay, this is the site, okay, wherein I am
okay,
coming here, okay, or any site, okay. So I'll take this site only, okay. Now I have
okay.
not done anything, okay. Now, okay, whenever I am seeing here, okay, you can able to see the kind of an actions, right?
Yes.
So developer tools, in settings, right?
If you press F12, it will come back. I right?
Okay,
F12.
yeah. Hmm. So if you see here, okay, so in the console we will see, okay, I am just refreshing the page, okay. I just came
Okay.
as a visitor, okay. Now, so why I am saying this, I will tell you in the next 2 or 3 minutes, okay. You will see
Okay.
lot of things that are happening over here, like app 1750 and then role already in. So these are the actions that are performing in this. And now coming into the sources, okay. If you see here, lot of fetches are this XDR fetch breakpoints, call stacks are being provided, and then the event listeners. This is very important. Event listeners and global listeners. Okay, so when you are pressing on something, okay, it's called the event. Okay, so this event can be captured. This event can be captured, and then which page it is capturing. So this is called a link. Okay, where it catches the visit of the site. If you are doing anything on the site, like okay, you are clicking on it, you are entering the form, you are considered to be a visitor. Okay, if you are doing something called what we call, you are doing some actions on the page where it performs, for example, say any of the customer form, you are meant to be a person. Okay, and then this
Okay.
is the session. Okay, from the web analytics point of view, it is the session, and from the customer what we call, from the business point of view, you are said to be an entity, a personal entity. And then, so if you are doing that from the technical standpoint of view, AEP point of view, you are doing some kind of an event. Okay, you are doing some kind of an event. You are understanding the point. Whatever the event may be, either it may be the click, or either it may be the survey, you need to you need to segregate that and then map it where you need to actually map. Then you can able to take it forward. Okay, now
Okay.
coming into that. Okay, this is very really important whenever you are seeing here. Okay, so there is some kind of a request URL, and there is something like this. This is called the tagging. This is called the tagging. Web analytics, in order to do that, any event can be attached to the tagging. Okay, how it will be doing that in the analytics environment, we will write some kind of a rules in order to catch a event. For example, say if I have to catch up this ask a question, just I will be inspecting that, and then I will be writing a rule, okay, based on which class I need to. And there is a class button. So if you understand Java or something,
Yes,
JavaScript,
yes.
like the where class, this class I need to catch it. Okay, this class button will be same for same for all. Okay, this class button will be same for all. So that's why we'll catch, and then we will be providing it as a trigger, trigger to element like a rule. This has to catch in yes, the prop or event. You are understanding the event 71 or event 72. This has to catch as a click. Okay, which one it has to catch, what it has to catch, like ask a question button. What is the button element? Button dot click s dot t, that is the page view. Okay, whenever I am coming, a visit is coming, here I am coming into the site, that is called the page view. Okay, that is called the
Okay.
page view. Okay, now analytics standpoint of view is completed. Next, coming into the AEP standpoint of view, you are considered to be a customer. Okay, you are considered to be a digital identity. Okay,
Okay.
now analytics is something like you, I am tracking you by means of an analytics. Okay, if you are using anything, and then from the AEP, you are from the analytics, I will be drop down the data. Okay, so and then you are considered to be an identity over there. Okay, and then the
Okay.
customer identity, and we will be doing that. Okay, if I show you the platform right now. Okay, now
Okay.
applying this in platform. Okay,
Sure.
so logging into the platform. Okay, you can
Sure.
see here. Okay, so this is something. Okay, so here the connection, first of all you will set the connection from where the source that you will be setting up. Okay, next
Okay.
you will be considered as a customer. Okay, so in this you will be considered as a digital identity called the profile. Okay, like this profile, you are considered to be an audience, like you are doing some kind of a clicking activity, like likewise the loyalty reminders or something likewise. Okay, according to your behavior. Okay, according to the behavior, we will be segregating all that and then maintaining you as an audience. Okay,
Okay.
okay, we can know the type of the audience that are coming in. Next, coming into the identities. Okay, identities in the sense, in this. Okay, in this I'm in this view. Okay, this is a data view. Okay, wherein the audience is, for example, say I will take one case scenario. Okay, in our this thing. So like the reward program. Okay, there is called an reward program wherein Apple employees will get around 25 percentage of the discount on all Apple product once they complete 3 years of service in Apple. Okay, so
Okay.
here what we will be doing, so we will be taking the profiles ahead. Okay, and then we will be taking all the profiles of all the employees by means of their security
Identity.
SSID number, set ID number. Okay, so
Okay.
not the employee ID. Okay, we will not ever take the employee ID. Okay, that is legally not. So we will take the SSID number that is automatically generated when they enter the details. That digital identity number is what we call 40 42 digit character. Okay,
Okay.
and then we will be segregating all the audience in that. Okay, and then the loyalty, for example, say 3 years of service, 2 years of service, 5 years of service, whoever it may be. So we will be taking that audience and then checking the audience size. Okay,
Okay.
and then we will be checking their identities, whether they have completed this 3 years of service, what is the date, what is the this thing. So and then the identities can be done. Okay, what kind of the activities that they are doing. For example, say if they are more in what you call, they have iPhone, they don't need any iPhone right now. Okay, because they bought it. Okay, next,
Okay.
they have bought iPhone right now. Okay, what can be that iPad or Apple product, whatever this may be. Okay, what kind of
Okay.
the buying behavior he has. Okay, 25% is right. Okay, whether he has redeemed it. Likewise, the customer behavior is the identity. Now coming into
Okay.
the prospectus. Okay, the intent to buy behavior. Okay, intent to buy behavior in the sense like, as I mentioned, in the cart abandonment or something, likewise you have done something and then you are doing that the prospectus. Okay, likewise we will be creating the profile and then we will be segregating the audiences. This way
Okay.
you will be segregating the audiences in that. And then the privacy. Okay, so privacy in the sense, there are a lot of policies that are to be like a data governance policy, data life cycle, and then how much time it has to be there, cookie lifetime. So these all comes under the privacy mechanism, which will be taken care by your C-level executive, not you. Okay,
Okay.
so like a policies, what are the kinds, and then what are kind of the audits. Once you have the prospectus and audience, the audits will be regular audits have to be maintained because of the Data and Privacy Regulation Act 1972. Okay,
Okay.
so by Indian Standard Organization. So this kind of the what we call, there will be a data officer for this. If there is no data officer or the data governing officer, so the company will hire a consulting firm in order to do that. There are a lot of vendors over there, and then it has to be done by the company, not you. You are not responsible for this audit. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So now coming into the data science. Okay, so now, okay, you have the data and I will be applying all kinds of the rules and then I will be applying all kinds of these things. Okay, so as I mentioned, so there are something likewise you can able to do kind of a browse and activity and then you can able to do it, right? So this
Yeah.
customer ID, and according to that, so I will be doing some kind of a data activity, and how we have to do, I will be telling in the later session. Next is
Sure.
the data management. Okay, schemas. This is very important. The schemas where you need to structure the data, and then there are also schemas that are available. As I mentioned before, there are already the all the mechanism is pre-built. Just we need to drag and drop, and then we need to apply wherever it is necessary. Okay,
Yeah.
and then the sets of the places, queries, data sets, and then the kinds of the queries that we need to write. Okay, so this kind of the things that already this is also there, I will be explaining you. So what kind of the data sets for which you need to apply for each and every data sets, how you need to do. Okay, for example, say last week I have done this sales product, this thing. So what kind of the sales product activity that is happening. Okay, total records. So if I have to go to the CRM and then do that, so it will be like what we call, it will be by performing the SQL action. I need to hire a SQL developer, I need to do kind of a things. Okay, so I no need to write anything. I just need to set the data set ID, and then what is the table I need to take it forward, and then what is the schema that I need to apply. So schemas can be built here. Okay, that schema
Okay.
I can able to do it, and then I can able to create it, and then if I have to add the data, choose files, and then I can able to download like an Excel file or something likewise, and then I can do it. So in the same way, this queries, so if you want to perform it manually, these are the queries that you need to do. And then pipelines, CI/CD pipeline. So this we can able to do that, and then we can able to have a schedule queries on that. And then I will be explaining each and everything in detail by hitting on the create query. Okay, how easy it
Okay.
is. Okay, so and then we can able to write the SQL query for that, and then we can able to do that. Okay, so
Okay.
and then the monitoring activity, there are 3 or 4 queries that I will be explaining you, and then rest of the queries, so I will give you the material. Okay, so
Okay.
what kind of the sources, and then the monitoring activity is something like if you want the whole data, what kind of this nobody will give you the access, because if you are working as a developer, so you will not be receiving this, because I work on the business side of it. Okay, so that's why I have the access. Okay, I have the
Okay.
full control. So if you are working as a developer, so you will be only providing the like on the data management. If you are working, so you will be provided with data management only. Okay, if you are working with the customer and then the connection dash CJO develop, like what we call AEP developer, so you will be applied only this connection. Okay, and then the kind of a schemas that you are working, so you will be applying on this kind of a things. Okay, and then the
Okay.
data collection. Now coming into the data collection. Okay, see,
Sure.
previously Adobe Analytics is there in order to attend the tag collection. Okay, so this kind of a properties that so previously Adobe Analytics is a data collection framework. Okay, so
Okay.
what they have done is they have integrated with AEP, Adobe Experience Platform, and analytics. Previously we have an Adobe Analytics which you can able to see it in experience.adobe.com, but they have collectively combined. So what this Adobe Analytics does is, okay, it will be like as I mentioned the tags and properties. Okay, if you want the Adobe Analytics is separate actually. Okay, so
Okay.
here what will happen is that, okay, like get Google Analytics. Okay, what it does, it makes the tracking. That means that you have a platform or else a website or else any mobile app. Okay, so whatever the visitors that are coming in, so that's why I have explained you 3 concepts which are very useful right now. Okay, whenever a customer comes into the site, it will be so. Now coming into this, just you need to do the extensions. Okay, just you need to install this Adobe Experience Platform Web SDK, and then we need to connect it. Okay, just as
Okay.
easy as that. Okay, so integration is as easy as that. So that's why you will be setting the IMS organization ID, and then what kind of the name that we need to do SDK instances. This I will be explaining you whenever you got the time. And now coming into this, okay, this
Sure.
is very important. This is very important. Okay, you are seeing the edge domain, right? This is very important. Whenever if you have a website, okay, you are hosted in GoDaddy, but the server is located in somewhere US or anywhere. Okay, whatever the server location is, right? You
Yes.
are considered to be an host, and then the server is present in somewhere, and then a layer in between the client and server is there, right? That is called the data layer, right? A layer like a client, you are considered to be a client in between the server. Whatever
Okay.
you do these things, whatever you enters the details, it is called as an request to the server. Okay, whatever, if I am clicking on click download, it is a request to the server. Okay,
Yes.
right, request and response, if you are understanding this HTTP terms. Okay, there is
Yes.
also called as an edge network. On this edge network only this AEP or else the kind of an customer profiling will be done. Okay, on this
Okay.
edge network only this kind of a things will be done. So see here. Okay, now whatever the data that you are doing, so it will be it will be taken into that server. if you are seeing this figure, okay, so collected in tax, that's what I
Okay.
mentioned about the tax, right?
Analytics.
So
Okay.
analytics tax, okay, whatever you are clicking on, click now, or else this thing. So then an event will be like, let me show you an example how it will be done. Okay, let
Okay.
me take this. Okay, a website, this is a website. Okay, for me it's a website. Okay,
Okay.
I worked with them also. Yeah, so that's why I'm doing that. Let us take main site, apple.com. I work with Canada, Apple Canada. So let me
Okay.
take the Apple Canada site. Okay. So now if you see with, if you see here, okay. So now I am in India. Okay, it is automatically populated. Whether I am not doing anything. Okay. So
Okay.
what I am doing, I am clicking on learn more. Okay. Now all the requests will be done, right? So whatever I am doing, and then what kind of the requests and responses that are receiving, you are seeing that, right? The time, and then the size, initiator, which is the initiator, this and all you are seeing, right? What are the
Yes.
initiator, what kind of the keyframes, how it is happening. So through means of a request and response feature. Okay, request
Okay.
and response feature. So applying the same, okay, you are seeing here all the components that are been happening. Okay, and then in the network calls, okay, you can see lot of network calls that are being initiated over here. Okay, now, okay, when I am saying that, okay, in the network, in the network calls, okay, I would be seeing lot of analytics variables here. Okay, when I am clicking on buy, okay, I'm clicking on buy, what will happen in the sense, a request and response will be created, and then it can able to set up this yes id. So if you see b/ss, then the beacon, so this beacon will be there. Okay, so
Okay.
see here the secure metrics dot apple, this is the tracking server. Okay, request url, what is the request url that you are taking. So it is stored in event layer, event distribution, this contains all these things. Whether you can able to see all these things, no, only the server can able to understand it, right? In the same way,
Yes.
if you see here, it contains all the variables. Let me show you.
Sure.
Likewise, the network will be acting on the backend in order to catch your ID. See here. So b/ss, that is a secure server, and then which report should it associate? There should be a data store, right? So it is
Yes.
storing in Apple Store www, and then which kind of the JavaScript it is using, and then what kind of the tracking id. So this is the tracking id that is set, and then the aqb is something, and then the nds, this I will be explaining in the later stage, but understand the concept. Okay,
Sure.
so that web analytics is tracking something, okay, that is catching something, and then so it will be segregated like this, and then the pf, this is the personal identification number. Okay, and it is set
Okay.
to be 1. That means that you cannot able to see, or else no, like there are 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, if it is 5, you cannot able to enter even your single detail, that is the internal customers, and then only the government authorities can able to see. So if it is 5, if it is 4, likewise there are some variations, and according to that, and then the t is equals to, so this is the tracking. Okay, tracking
Okay.
out that id, and then the utm parameter, utf, which kind of the utf, if you are understanding about the website frameworks, this utf, and then which cdp id, cdp that you are using. Okay,
Okay.
cdp 2, 2 in the sense like, this is using another kind of a cdp. There are also some variations here. cdp 2 is we are using a aep. Okay,
Okay.
CDP1, if it is named as one, it is. So for our business understanding, we have named likewise. Okay. So we don't
Okay.
want to say that, okay, I'm using CDP as AEP, okay, as a data bridge. So it adds a bad data bridge. So that's why we will be renaming it as numbers. And then the kinds of the page name. So here, the page name, it is capturing the page name, right? So
Yes.
likewise, it will capture all kinds of the activities. It will catch all kinds of the activities, C event ID, and then the C event is a event platform wherein the videos are to be placed, which kind of the videos, like an event streaming videos. Okay, so just
Okay.
like your YouTube broadcasting, so this CVC event ID and then the video ID, so this all are captured, whatever the elements are there. So it will be captured as a request URL and then send it to the server, so that the server will be sending and response.
Okay. But
And
each click we are capturing the URL, the entire information. For example, like I'm coming to the Apple and I'm clicking like a 20 pages, I'm going and clicking something. So that means you will get that many records in
yes,
backend.
yes,
Okay.
that will be processed in the payload. Okay, see here,
Okay.
and your URL. Okay, we will not store it directly. Okay, so now
Okay.
the what we call the page name is segregated into the each and every variable. Okay, after some time, after the session, that all the request URLs will be deleted, right?
Okay.
So because we have segregated in the report suite, okay, we have transferred it, and then that is the pre-processed data. The request URL is the pre-processed data. Now we are processing the data, and then
Okay.
we are doing the reverse, and then according to that we will. So this all, how they are doing by means of the analytics. Okay, Adobe Analytics. If you have Adobe Analytics right now, it is also integrated in the course, and then this is also stands as an AEP. Okay,
Okay.
AEP and analytics has different features, and then they have the same kind of an future, but the implementation will be taking so much of time that I will be explaining you. Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, but you, not all the concepts will be explained, just I will be giving the nut and shell, because this will not cover in this EEP. Okay, so if you
Sure.
want that, that will be a separate this thing. Yeah, but I
Okay.
will give you the lecture, and then I will give you the way to see that. So likewise, and then this kind of, now coming into the server. Okay, you are seeing the graph 05 server, right? And then the events that are capturing event 55, event 210, event this thing. Okay, event 220 is something likewise. So these all events can be captured, whatever the things that you are doing. Okay, can be captured by means of the tracking server, and then all your identity resolutions, whatever the customer profiling is there, it is captured by means of the edge domain. Okay, it's also a kind of a server where edge network. Okay, there are a lot of networks that are available, but Adobe AEP uses edge network. Okay,
Okay, it's nothing but like a Amazon server sitting in the one of the location. But if a customer is accessing from Mumbai, they will access from the edge network. Finally, they will
yes,
store it in
yes, yes.
physical server.
Think it
That
as
kind
a
of stuff.
company that manages your customer identity protection, but it's like an server that provides the identity and then the trust resolution. Why they have performed the edge network, in the sense, the platform edge network, in the sense, like, due to the security consideration, no hacker can able to interrupt the AEP data.
Okay,
Yeah, that's why they are using. So edge network. So, and then the edge network acts as a middle layer in between the Adobe solutions as well as the kinds of an events that are happening, that is the request URL or something likewise. And then it shares the data, all the Adobe solutions, whatever the marketing cloud or else the managing the data streams will contact the edge network also. If you are using any other network like a floodlight tag, okay, Facebook marketing ID also. So all the identities, all your identities will be done in any of the what we call handling the sensitive data platforms. Okay, that platforms may vary according to the organization that which they want to collectively use. Okay, mainly edge network is something like I don't know where the company is, but like edge network manages all your, just like your financial conditions is managed by BlackRock. Okay, whatever you do
Okay.
in grow, okay, whatever the net assets id you will do, what it is managed by the BlackRock as an identity organization. Okay, whatever the
Okay.
insurance that you pays, okay, BlackRock is uh, seeing your data and then it manages all your data. Okay, it will store and for your security, right? So likewise,
Okay.
next coming into this, okay, now I have explained you about the event collection. Okay, the Adobe will contact. Now coming into the edge network, what it will be doing, and then they will do the event forwarding. That means that they will be doing this data stream, they will be enriching and sending data to with low latency without adding the third party code of the client device. See, for example, say here there are a lot of things, right? Okay,
Yes.
so in the request URL you have the personal information also, you have the personal iPhone, right? And you
Yes.
have the consumer. Okay, and then the C25, and the overview that you have done, what is the region, okay, that you have clicked. Okay, and then the activity map, what kind of the ID that you are doing, and then what kind of the what kind of things that you are doing. Okay, so see
Okay.
event ID, but these all are one instances. Okay, if we are storing it, what is the need for the customer identity resolution? That's what it does, the edge network does. The edge network will automatically, the edge network will automatically check, and then it will create a new rule, and then created an enriched, like an what we call, they will be duplicating your data and then they will be enriching with the values that they want according to the rules that they are setting. Okay, so
Okay.
they will be sending the right data and then it will be forward to non Adobe platform. Okay, it will be providing to the non Adobe solution if it is non Adobe. So if it is non-Adobe solutions, so it will be enriching. So for example, so you may be using the website WordPress. Okay, so they will be enriching and then they will be doing the event forwarding. Okay, like removing the third party code or something likewise. Sometimes the hackers will enter some kind of the code, right? So it will
Yes.
be also uh, removed. Okay, that is called the RTTCDP platform. Okay, RTTP CDP platform, which is offered by Adobe. Okay, generally we are
Okay.
using the Adobe. So if you are not using the Adobe or AEM, so this RTCCP is the same only, but the naming is different. Okay, the concepts are same.
Okay.
The next step
Okay.
is like, okay, according to that, so the edge network will be sending and then it will be useful in such a way that it will be providing the kind of a this thing. Okay, now so so from this, okay, you are understanding the kinds of the products that is happening and then the kinds of the things that can be overlay. Now coming into this, okay, so now coming into the AEP. Okay, now coming into the AEP, Adobe Experience Platform. Okay,
Okay.
today I will be explaining about the UA of it. Okay, what it needs
Sure.
to be done. Okay, tomorrow we will continue with the rest of the things. Yeah.
Okay. I have a one question. If you go to the left navigation, we have a two profile concept, right? Can you explain one more time, like if you go like a customer profile and the prospects, right? Can you give me
Okay,
a little bit what is the difference between like a customer and prospect? Both
that I
has
will
a
be
profile and audience.
yes.
Okay.
See, uh, the first one
But
focuses on the platform. Okay, the first one focuses on the platform. You are coming as a visitor. Okay, then you are doing that. like a profile. Okay. So the
Okay.
second one focuses on the sales data or the CRM. That means that you have done some kind of a things and then you are doing some kind of a behavior. You are
Okay.
understanding the plan that you are the actual customer of the second one. The
Oh,
first
okay.
one
It's
is like, okay, in the second one, so we are identifying your behavioral activity. In the first one, we don't know you. Okay, you came into our platform,
just a new visitor, guest.
just a new visitor. Yeah. So
Okay.
there lies the differences. Okay. Now in the UI, so this Adobe Experience platform is the real-time customer profiling solution where we can able to do kind of a things. Okay. So
Okay.
now coming into the home, so this is the real dashboard where you will be seeing, and then the workflows. Okay, workflows will be set according to this, according to that. Okay, what kind of the data injection? I will be explaining about the data injection concepts tomorrow. Don't worry about that. Okay, if you
Okay.
want, you can Google it. What is data injection? Okay, so in the workflows, first of all, a source has to be set. Okay, that you need to map. Okay, to which schema you need to map. Okay, from which data set I need to map, which data sets from which schema I need to map. Likewise, you will be setting up the workflows. Workflows are something which you will be taking after defining the connections, after defining the customer, after defining the listing. Okay, so
Okay.
next is the dashboard. So dashboards are something which you will be taking kind of an what we call, you will be creating according to the um, according to the
Business
set
name.
of the rules and then the business what kind of the scenarios that are being addressing. Next is the
Okay.
connections. Okay, connections in the sense like what kind of the connections that you need to do. Okay, if you are using the Adobe Analytics or Adobe Audience Manager, just you need to set up. Integration is done within a fraction of second. Okay, so like you
Okay.
will be setting the data and then you will be creating the rules which kind of the reporting suite that you need to do, and then the mapping is to be done, what kind of the things. Okay, like if I have to do that, okay, so what kind of the classification that I need to do. Okay, right now it is the staging environment, so no this thing is getting mapped, but I will show you within the platform. Now
Okay.
coming into this dashboards. Okay, now whatever you are doing, so you can able to create a dashboard according to this thing, according to the benchmark. Next, coming into the connections. So you need to set up the connections. Okay, what kind of a source that you are into. Okay, so once you select the source, okay, like whatever the like a cloud source or Apache HDFS or Azure. Okay, or if you are using like cloud storage, which kind of Amazon S3 bucket you need to set up. You need to just do the setup function. Okay, within 20 minutes the integration will be completed. You just need to give the account name, and then the what you call, if it is a new account, what is the history access key which will be provided by the API. Okay, so this is the
Okay.
API. So whenever you are doing, what is the bucket name that you need to do, what is the service URL, what is the folder path that you need to do. So likewise you need to do, and then the select the data flow mapping. Scheduling, this is what I am explaining you. So scheduling, you need to write the trigger, so at what interval, is it a real time data or else is it a this thing. So according to the real time data we need to modify the billing activity. So this was retail, and then we have only for 475 chunks for this thing. So according to that only, so we will be utilizing the data. So it is a
Okay.
billing activity. Yeah, so likewise we will be doing that. So next is the destination. Once after the source is created, where it has to be gone. Okay, so for us, once after the source is created, so it has to be sent into any of the solution, like what we call, it has to be shown in uh, what we call, there is a dashboard which is which is used by the C-level executive of Apple. So we need to set that destination, like, so according to that, so we will be setting up, and then two way. One is we can able to set the destination where it has to go. The second way is setting up a dashboard, create dashboard is there, right? There you need to set up which kind of the scorecard that you need to use. Either you need to use this or else you need to use this. Likewise, you can able to set up the destinations, right?
Okay.
Setting up
Got
the
it.
rules is completed. Next, coming into the customer. Okay, in the customer, so as I mentioned, the profiles. Okay, so first of all you need to see the schemas. Okay, so in the schema, so you have to define the profile according to that, the experience ID, what is the client name, what kind of the activities that you want, what are the type of consents that you need to do, right? External source system audit. Okay, and then the kinds of the identities, like an opt-out function console level. So if the user is clicking on I don't accept the cookies, then you need to record that also, opt out. And then the kinds of the segments that you need to do. Okay, what are the
Okay.
kinds of the time series events, what is the ID, okay, what is the map, okay, what is the identity map, identity privacy info. Okay, likewise you will be mapping lot of things, and then comes to the person ID. Yeah, so this is very important. Until now you are called a digital entity. Okay, so when you are collecting the person ID as a string, okay, it may be the number or else something likewise. Okay, that will be digitally imposed, and then that digital ID can be done. Generally we will be using the ECID, experience cloud ID. So, and then the repository, what is the repository, and then the segment membership. Likewise, we need to create the schemas. Okay, and then there are already the schemas that are available. Okay, or there are already the schemas that are available. Okay, just we need to do that. If we have a premium license, this is not a premium licensed. Okay, so
Okay.
we can see the default ones. Okay, like ECID, ACC, and ACC use case. So ACC is Adobe campaign. Okay, so we are using the Adobe campaign, so ACC this thing will be used, and then the ECID can be used, and then the union schema. So, and then the union schema, so what kind of the unions that you need to do, you know, you understand the mathematical concept of union and intersection. Union
It's
means like the collectiveness or combine.
yeah, employee detail.
Yes, likewise. So in the same way, so we will be using the union schema, and then we will be adding the data set to the profile that I will be explaining you in the later sessions. Okay.
Okay.
Now the profile creation is completed. Now coming into the audience. See, you need to create the audience. Okay, and then according to their kind of an behavioral activity. For example, say, see here one scenario that I have written, ACC return orders. Okay, the kind of the return orders that we are getting, okay, on daily basis or weekly basis. Likewise, as it is a staging environment, you don't see the things will be zero only. Okay,
Okay.
so the things, and in the return orders also I can see the identities, like what kind of the what kind of are they returning the same product, are they returning the different product, or else are they different, say, doing the same thing, from which phone they are doing the same. So sometimes the customers will be like what you call, they have 10 to 20 logins, and then they will be returning the products for as they want, right? So from which device we can able to track that. Okay,
Okay.
so if it is like, it will be a device ID will be generated. We are not tracking if you are using the IMA number of 421. Let's say example, I'm not tracking you as an IMA of 421. So there will be an edge network that will be playing, and then it will create a number. Okay, that
Okay.
number will be the tracking ID for this, and then you can able to do this, and then create an identity graph. Okay, so we can see that namespace, and then the enter identity. So like a what you call, sometimes you will see your device id is something e something something e something, okay, which starts with e. So likewise this kind of the identities will be auto populated and then it will be said to you, okay. But you don't know
Okay.
that you are either you are using the iphone or else the samsung phone with the device id, and then it is bought from the store or something likewise. They know you as a digital identity. Yeah.
Okay.
Next is the prospect. Prospect are something like what we call identity value. It is coming like identity namespace. So here the prospectus is something like we can able to say that if we are we are as of now it is building in progress. So that's why you are not seeing any data over here. We are
Okay.
we have started building it. It will take couple of months in order to do that. So in the profiles you can able to see the profile id and then the audiences. So in the audiences, so we can able to see the kind of the life cycle status, how he is coming, okay, what kind of the monopoly, what is the returning frequency, what is the loyalty reminder, what is this, lot of things can be created. And then the privacy and policies, okay, as I mentioned, so I will not be covering all the policies, but you can able to research on the internet about the gdpr consent mechanism, because it is not your job to see all this, okay. As a developer, so you are not concerned about the privacy and policies, because somebody, data officers are there in order to do that task, okay. So you no need
Okay.
to wait that if you are sitting in that ocean, so you need to know about the legal regulation, you need to know about this thing, so which I will not be covering in this course, even though I know that. Yes, okay, no problem. Next is the audits, okay, and then the data lifecycle, how many minutes it has to be done, and then what kind of a data set it has to be done. So likewise we will be taking care of that. Next is the data lifecycle, so kind of a data lifecycle request that we will be setting, okay, like you can able to create like an 24-hour session, or the cookie has to be deleted within 50 days or 60 days or something like that. So you have to create the request, okay. So I am not authorized to do this data life cycle, so that's why I am not doing it, okay. But this data
Okay.
life cycle can be done by the data officers. They are the sole responsible person. I am not authorized to do anything on this, right? Okay. Next
So
is
you mentioned one thing like a dual governance, right? Governance model, right?
yes.
That we are okay.
Yeah, governance model is it is a set of the restrictions and rules wherein you will be doing. The one is the GDPR consent mechanism. Okay. Next is the EU regulations. Okay. This this is not your job to do that. So it is the data officer who will be sitting and then the doing. Okay.
Okay, but you mentioned something like a 8 rules or something you are going to cover it.
Yes, that 8 rules I will be telling you. That one is
Okay.
I cannot able to take the personal identity resolution. Next is what kind of the device ID. The edge network will only take the device ID, followed by that, and then it will be creating the event forwarding. Likewise, there are only 8 rules. Okay, I
Okay.
am just giving that. Then
Okay.
whatever the process that is involved, the data officers can able to do that, right? The data officers or any other data governance people are there, right? So they will be doing that. I'll just give you the overview, okay. It's
Okay.
not your
If you
job.
give an overview, that's fine. At least
Yeah,
one
that's what
thing.
already I have covered four, right? I have covered four. Next four I will be explaining you in the technical depth. Yeah. So next is about the data science and services. Okay, what kind of the services that, so we are not using any Adobe services as of now. This is a paid model, like what we call customer AI. This is a paid model wherein we will be using the AI and then the Gen AI concepts in order to do the intelligent service analysis. Okay, intelligent service analysis. So it is a paid model actually. So we ourselves, either we can able to do this by means of this instances, okay, that are available by paying some xyz dollars to Adobe, or else we can do it manually by means of the data management over here. These services are the consulting model for Adobe. Okay, so this is the data management that we are going to talk about: the schemas, places, data sets, queries. This needs some manual approach wherein the company will hire you as a what we call CDP or AEP person in order to do this job, AEP developer or AEP
Okay.
strategist or AEP analyst or AEP kind of a person, like an implement analytics person or the customer data platform specialist or customer data privacy, customer data implementation expert or customer data platform consultant or any other things. Okay, either it may be the project manager, either it may be the implementation expert or data architect, CJO data architect. These are the kinds of the roles that you will be depriving. CJO and AEP developer. Likewise, you will be hearing lot of um, like a data architect in that. You will be hearing lot of things around that, right? Historical background or something. So you will be writing the schemas. Okay, you will be writing the places, from which places it needs to be done, and then the data sets that you need to do, and then the queries that you need to monitor, and then the monitoring activity, at what level it has to be monitoring. So by means of the queries that you will be writing, so there comes the complete there comes to the complete analogy, and you can able to see each and every data set in terms of that, right? Next is the administration. You need to work on this, because like what kind of the sandboxes that you need, what kind of the license uses. Okay, basically I am the product owner and administrator for this, so that's why I'm having this. Generally you won't see this administration, okay, because it is managed by someone. Okay, so your lead level or something, or at an organization at a higher scale. Next is the data collection. I mentioned, right, tax. Okay, so I will just give you an overview of it. Okay, how the tax are being collected, and then what kind of the things, this is the property that needs to be collected, and then the what kind of a data elements or rules that needs to be done. And just here what you need to do is, just needs to be install the integration channel Adobe Experience Web SDK. That's all you need to do. Okay, other than that,
Okay.
you know, and then configure it. Okay, what kind of these things that you need to do, what is the IMS organization ID, what kind of the environments that you are using. It is just 4-step process. That's it you need to
Okay.
do. And then the data elements rules. Okay, so they can like what we call, for example, the cancel button is there, right? So we will be setting up the rules over here. Okay, like Adobe client layer, and data is pushed. Okay, where it has to be stored. Okay, it has to be stored according to the conditions, what kind of the event that needs to be triggered, and then if then what, and then add the conditions, and according to that we need to say. Why it is not coming down? So
Hello,
according to
sir.
that, yes,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah,
Please complete within 5 minutes the session
yeah,
because
yeah, sure,
already
sure.
the okay.
Sure.
That
I will do that. No problem. So according to that, so we will be doing that, and so we can able to see the this thing. So under the data elements, so you can able to see the what we call the cart view product details. So here we will be uh, segregating what kind of the cart event I need to do, what kind of the event to string that I need to take, what is the get var function. So you know the get var function, right? So content of language, this is the where variable, okay, that I will be taking from the website by auditing it. So and then the currency code, e-commerce items of the currency code. Likewise, we will be writing some kind of a code in order to track it. Okay, so
Okay.
this kind of a things that you will be doing, and then the kind of the currency code. Okay, in terms of the currency code, what, like if there are anything, so I can able to take the currency code by means of the data layer variable. So likewise we can able to take it for, and then implement in the working library. This can be sent to the reporting suite. Okay. And rest we can have, are there any doubts or something? This is the complete UI of AEP. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much for me. What I will do is I will look at, send me the video, then I will look at it. I will come back with questions tomorrow.
Oh, no, no, no. Are you, or like, have you understood, or I have
No,
given all the...
I completely understand, but it's looking at it one thing. I want to review it one more time, but I
Yeah.
understand that. Whatever you said, I'm fine with it. But what I'm saying, I need to look at it one more time, then I want to
Yes, yes,
understand.
yes. So next, data streams, how the data streams are to be mapped, and then this thing. So you can able to take a look at it and then complete, and then the kinds of the assurance that need to be provided. So this all comes under this. This is complete UI. Right now you no need to worry about, okay, what kind of the technicalities that will be involved. Okay, you just needs to know the UI of it. Okay, just I will give this screenshot so that you will be understanding each and everything. Yeah,
Sure.
I'm not giving the link. Okay, it contains the client name. So
Okay. At least I will get a video, right? Like a recording, right?
yes, the video recording will be provided. Yes.
Okay.
Where is the share option? Where is the chat option here? Can you click on hi so that I can able chat option, chat option?
Yeah, 1 second. Participant is there.
Yeah. Where is the chat option is there? Uh,
It's not showing up.
okay, no problem. So like you can, I will share you as a notes. Okay. I'll share you over the email. Okay, so I will be like once after the recording is completed. Yeah, no problem. Sure.
Okay, then anyway, that once you stop the recording, it will convert the meeting recording into your machine. Then you can send me that.
Yeah,
Then we'll see.
I'm good with it, organizer. So we can end up the meeting. Yeah. Hello. We can end up the meeting. Yeah, we can leave. No problem. Yeah.
Yeah, once we leave, then you will download the recording. Or stop,
Yes.
if you stop the recording, you will able to download it.
Sure. No
Okay.
problem. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.